Hey, Mark. Paul had said at the beginning of the year he thought this would be an interesting year for you because of all the big name guys in the Canadian division. He thought this would be a year that you were really going to focus on lifting your name up alongside those guys. Can you give me an idea of how the Matthews and the Marners and the McDavids, how ranking yourself among those guys motivates you?
Well, yeah, that's why we play the game. To play against those guys, we all push ourselves to our highest standard, and to go up against guys like that, definitely pushes you that extra level. They're fantastic players. They're guys that you watch every day in and day out. Leading their teams, and I want to be one of those guys. I want to be a guy that pushes myself to that level, and that's whether that's rest, whether that's on the ice doing, working on some stuff, whether it's in the gym, whatever that is. I push myself to that standard, and I push my teammates around me to that standard, and that's how you win in this league. You gotta continue to motivate yourself, and playing against those guys every single night is a challenge, and it's fun to do also.
We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, Mark, we've all seen Nikolai Ehlers grow as a player here in Winnipeg, and we've seen him do some great things, but he really seems to be at the very height of his game right now. What are your thoughts on what you're seeing from him?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Ever since he got here, he's been pushing himself, more and more every day. And, that's what we love to see, a guy that, comes to the rink every single day and puts his best foot forward. He's been fantastic for us. He's been driving. He's been, in all the right areas. He's been, he's doing everything that we want him to and more. So, we definitely look for him for, that offensive spark. He's got so much speed, so much skill. He's a guy that's been playing fantastic, and we need him on this team to do that, to be able to be successful for sure.
We'll go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Mark. Obviously, with the addition of Pierre-Luc Dubois, another quality centerman, a lot of people describing you guys now as having quote unquote two top line centermen. I'm just kind of curious, the added competition, just the internal competition, how that might help your game and just kind of raise everybody's game.
Oh, for sure. I think it's gonna push everyone, me included. Having a guy of his caliber on our team, first and foremost makes our team, a better team. He's a fantastic player. Solid both ends of the ice. One thing I've noticed playing against him, so tough in the corners, take off the puck. He's strong. He goes to the dirty areas. Guy that I'm really excited to teach and learn from and have a part of this team. So, I'm very excited to get him on the ice whenever that is. But that internal competition is great for a team, for me, for him, for every single guy. It's going to push everyone to be better, and that's what I love about the game. I love being pushed to my best, and having a guy of his caliber, part of our team is awesome, and very, very excited to have him on board.
We'll go next to Jamie Thomas from Jets Radio. Go ahead, Jamie.
Hey, Mark, 5 games in 7 days is a unique challenge with this schedule this year. As a team, how well do you think you handled it?
I think we did a very good job. Obviously we didn't get the result like we wanted last night, but you can't dwell on that one for too long. We gotta focus on the next one. But it shows the character in this room. It shows the work ethic in this room. When you're playing that much, that many games in so little days, it relies on getting your sleep and getting your rest and eating the right food and doing the right things to be ready for each and every game. And we have the guys in this room that want to push themselves to be better and take those steps to to get their extra rest, to get the proper food in them to make them be their best that next night. And that's an awesome step for our team this early in the season.
Next to Brian Munns from TSN 1290. Go ahead, Munns.
Mark, with your knowledge of everybody across the league, just your thoughts on what Pierre-Luc Dubois does so well as a hockey player, and I guess how good it is to have him on your side now after watching him continue to develop.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. Like I said before, very, very strong in the puck. Great down low, great in the O zone, but also in the D zone. He's a strong body that uses it his advantage, and he's just strong all over the ice. That's the best way to put it. And then obviously, a skill set that goes with it. So very excited to have him on board, and really excited to get on the ice with him, practice with him, learn about him, learn about his game, and learn something. That's the amazing part about hockey is you get a different a different player that you never skated with, you never seen before. So it's gonna be exciting to get on the ice with them and learn from them and teach them, and very, very excited to have them on board. That's for sure.
We'll go next to Mitchell Clinton from Jets TV. Go ahead, Mitch.
Thanks, Gregor. Thanks, Mark. Mark, you guys have had 5 games with the current power play configuration. Just curious what's stood out to you the most and what's been clicking, especially as of late.
Yeah, I think we've been working it well, especially with, we've only had one practice, on some pretty bad ice. I think it was before we headed off to Toronto. So, I haven't had a lot of practice with it, but, we definitely have been getting those reps in games. So, it's been a great start. We've been working it really well. The other power play unit's been working it really well as well. So, it's been great. We still have a lot of work to do. We still have things that we need to figure out and figure out each other's reads. But, it's been good so far, and we just got to keep on working at it and keep on pushing for more.
Just a few more. We'll go next to Sarah Orlesky from TSN. Go ahead, Sarah.
Thanks, Mark. You spoke about obviously the addition of Pierre-Luc, but just your reaction to the trade when it originally happened and the fact that Patrick Laine is no longer a part of this team.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to see, when you spend, 5 years with a guy to see him go is definitely tough. And, especially with Patrick's skill set, he was a very, very important part of this team for a number of years, and, to see him go is definitely tough. But, obviously, we wish him the best of luck in Columbus. He's a fantastic player, a guy that we all got to know very well over the last few years. And, we wish him the best of luck in Columbus, and, but it was definitely, sad to see him go.
We'll go next to Jeff Hamilton. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Mark, just on the center position, a lot of people say, the teams that have a strong, the best centers or the deepest centers are the teams that, win the cup or whatnot. And I mean, some of the reasons are obvious there, but just getting your take from it, someone who watches a lot of film and stuff, why is it so important to have that foundation up the middle?
I think it's because, the centermen's play, both ends of the ice. They gotta play behind their own net, but then they also have to go play behind the other team's net as well. So, when you have a strong presence at center, I think it helps everyone. Sometimes it can be a calming presence. Sometimes it can be, a guy that shuts down one of the other team's offensive plays. It's a guy that plays all over the ice and has to always kind of be in the right spots, time in and time out. And, I think, we have a lot of very good centermen, and, we also have, a guy like Andrew Kopp, who's a very good centerman who's playing on the wing. So, it's kind of like I remember my World Cup team, we had a lot of centermen that were playing on the wing. And, I think, people always say you can't have enough centermen. So, that's a huge positive for us.
And final question to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Mark, I'm fascinated by your response about getting him in here and seeing what you can learn and pick up from his game. And how you do that with other players. So I'm interested, what did you glean from, maybe steal from Patrick Laine's game in the time that you played with him?
Lots. There's always little things that you can learn from, every guy, whether it's a first line guy, a fourth line guy. So, obviously, the way that, Patrick set himself up to shoot, whether it was wherever it was on the ice, obviously his shot was very marquee. And very special, and one of the best in our league. So I'd say the way he set himself up to shoot, the way he shot the puck, I definitely I learned some stuff that way, and some of it just his deception when he passes as well. I think sometimes it was you didn't pick up on exactly how he made those deceptive passes. So that's the thing I love about hockey is being pushed and trying to learn about the game, trying to learn about what makes other players tick, what makes other players as good as they are. And, that's why I love the game. That's why, I go on early. That's why I love going on the ice because that's when you learn, that's when you figure out things yourself. And, that's what makes the game of hockey so great to me.